What's up everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best walls tutorial, all the way for beginners, all the way to professional comp players. So I really hope you enjoy this video. If you can, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'll help me out a ton, but without further ado, let's get into the video. So one of the first things you want to do is, whether you're on Quest or Steam, change your FPS. I use 72 because it helps me with branching because it's high enough, ground because it's low enough, and walls because it's like low enough. You know, it's like the perfect. So if you want to main walls, like I'd recommend like using 60 FPS. If you don't know how to try, I don't really feel like making a tutorial, so I just gotta look it up, I guess. But let's get in. Okay, so starting off with the beginner, we're gonna just start off with basic wall climbing. So you want to be able to learn how to do this thing. So I'll make a double walls tutorial later. I'm trying to make a bunch of tutorials, but you want to just know how to wall balance, which just this. You know, I'll make a tutorial on double walls soon. But yeah, you just want to know how to do that simple thing. And then when you learn how, one of the most sharp corners to practice on, the first one I ever learned how to wall climb on was, so this is, I think, yeah, this is where this is the first one I learned how to wall climb, and for those who don't know, this is what wall climbing is. You just climb up a wall, you know, okay, switch. But yeah. So, what you're gonna want to do is, it's pretty much like wall bouncing. You just hit off like that. Except for if I just do that, I end up falling. So angle your body more and angle your hand. Angle your pushing like a little more with the wall. Also, if you kind of push off the wall a little bit, not like fully like that, but if you see, if I'm on the wall, I can actually push off a little and stay on it. So it's like, you know? So you can go and push off the wall. It's like that. And don't do it slow. Try to do it pretty fast. Also look up. And that'll help. So move your body in real life. Do that. Now for wall running, the very first spot I learned wall running was actually behind stumps. So let's go there. And this was when I was like a total beginner. I think this was like also 2022 when I learned wall running. What I would do is I would just put my arm out and try to just make one big jump over here. So if you don't know what wall running is, it's pretty much wall climbing, but you go across the wall and you can escape lava monkeys easier. So the first, how I learned this is I just went over here and I was like, okay, then one hit, right? It was like, okay, 2 hits and practice it. So okay, now let's try 3, you know? And it did actually take a while because I kept falling like that. And it helped me learn my wall climbing because sometimes I fell here, I would do this, you know? Not backwards, but So the motion for wall running is kind of the one for wall climbing, except for you push that. Let me show you in third person. So behind. Okay, so this is what it's like in third person. See? Just slowly like that. And then, so over here, once you master just, okay, so when you're over here and you just master going across, then you're pretty much done. You can also just try to flick your wrist like that, because look, this is me just flicking my wrist. Now it goes pretty fast, so try to flick your wrist a little while doing it, and take it slow. Don't do what you've seen the comp scrims, you know? Don't do that yet. It's like that. Just keep practicing, and then eventually I'll be able to just go back and forth upon walls, and you'll get the hang of it. Now we have intermediate. For wall climbing, this is what you should do. So it's pretty much the same, except for try to do this motion. So it's kind of boom, you know? Oh, boom. So it's gonna be and then do that motion while looking up. And if you find that it like stops, then you just kind of switch a corner like that. Okay, for wall running, you want to know how to like do that stuff, and just try it a little bit faster. And you can also, instead of doing like slow hits, do it a little bit faster. So it's like, and also instead of just turning around to get somewhere else, like that, you can do it like this. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So pretty much what you're doing is you're just doing that. So it's pretty much just the reverse motion of wall running. So just like that. And then you just turn, spot the wall, and keep going. Also, for wall running, angle your hand with the wall. Angle your pushing with the wall. Also, I'm going to teach you guys how to do this. You can go on the slippery wall, which if you can't tell, here, let me just show you. Okay, so as you can see, if on the normal wall, I can just push off and stick to it, right? But on the slippery wall, it's much different. Instead, so it's like slippery, you see? So I'm going to teach you how to do that. Instead of just normal wall running like this, push much harder. A lot of people do this and like try to like hit really fast, but that's actually the exact opposite of what you want to do. Sometimes if you hit fast, it can work if you're just going to do like a slip slap, like. So what you want to do instead, because the thing is, if I do fast hits, then I just fly off when I try to turn around. So like, look, sure, you get a bunch of momentum if you do it, but then I can't turn, So you're gonna want to do like very slow, very hard pushes, you see? Like that. And also, to go on the slippery and like turn around, what you're gonna want to do is actually very simple. You just do this. So one slow push, and then so it's pretty much okay. Slow down. Okay, now I'm gonna slow down. Sometimes it works if you just do that, but not too much. That's how you do slippery. Now we're gonna move on to verticaling. Okay, so this is very tricky. Verticaling is pretty much a wall run, but instead of you just go straight upwards. I know when you're wall running, you can go like upwards, but like straight upwards and like barely forward. So let me show you how. So a lot of people say it's really simple. You just do this, but when I tried that, obviously it's not really working well. What you really want to do is do an oval motion and flick down. And also looking up helps because it pushes you more into the wall, or looking at your hand. So it's like, this is looking up. That's not really a vertical, but and this is looking at my hand. I usually look up. I don't find looking at my hand useful. Yeah, I don't really find that one useful, but if I look up, yeah, it works. Also, before you're vertical, it's pretty hard if you don't get momentum. So to get momentum, it's pretty easy. You just need to learn how to do this juke, which is like, the example where you pretend to do Lucio. You just need to be able to do a 3 thing like that, not a full-on, not a full-on one. So what you're going to want to do is just do this, push off with that hand, and then keep verticaling. Maybe push off again, So then it's like, gives you momentum, so it'd be like this. See how easier that is? Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it, but here's some easy slip slaps you can do. If you don't know what a slip slap is, a voice over me shall explain. Okay, so what a slip slap is the red walls are pretty much the same material as the ice and mountains. And if you can't tell,
in mountains, when you hit off of the ice, you actually go a lot further than normal. So if you hit off the red walls, which is the same material as the ice, you can go a lot further. When there wasn't any red walls, the slippery walls used to be able to do that. But now you can do it on the red walls. So let me explain it
for you. Okay, so notice how I'm doing it right before the slippery walls. That's because I'd get more momentum. If I did it like lower, I wouldn't get enough momentum. And then it makes me go faster. And then you hit it off the red walls as hard as you can. And that was a pretty bad slip slap, but there's more. So you just pretty much just do that. And you can also do it like other ways. So here, oh, here's another juke back, maybe. I don't know. Now we are on to the advanced. So these are what a lot of people, account players, do. First things first is wall climbing. It's the same thing, except for you can also just do it on like barely any creases at all. You don't really, like, look, I can even do it on like right here. Because there's a small crease. I mean, it's kind of hard because there's a hole, but like, see here, there's pretty much a tiny crease. You can scale up it a little bit. And kind of it's hard if you just start wall climbing, you know how I'm falling. So maybe you can like vertical and then start it, I don't know. Because like, see, there's barely a crease right there. So I can keep doing it as long as there's a crease. But then it stops. Okay, so I'm gonna move to the next crease, like one's right here. Okay, and then boom, I'm at the top of the wall. So you can pretty much escape anyone. Like here's an example. Okay, also here's verticaling. It's pretty much actually the exact same thing for verticaling. So yeah, just the same thing. If you didn't see the one in intermediate, honestly, I'm too lazy to explain, just go back. Get out! For wall running, hit very hard. If you flick your wrist a lot, because look at this. That's me flicking my wrist. This is me without flicking my wrist. Pretty dang slow, right? So that's why you need to flick your wrist. Also, since probably you know how to do slippery walls, you just hit very hard, flick pretty hard, you know, do the slow downy thingy. But yeah. Also, you can do a lot more advanced slip slaps, like this, for example. Then you can get here. It also helps juke people out. Also, sorry, I didn't say this in intermediate, but you can also do this thing. It's called a box climb. So you just, because it's a little too tight space to just, okay, now I'm gonna wall run, you know? You can't really, and here's how. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna, so you just, I mean, you want to know how to pinch climb, you probably already do. Then you grab it. This is why it's called the box climb. Box jump, I mean. You just pretend you're throwing a box. Do that exact motion. I'm gonna throw the box. Gonna grab it. Gonna throw that box. Gonna grab it. Gonna throw it. Gonna grab it. Okay, got it. Throw it. You know? Also, you can also just do this. Like, let me show you. This one's like, so you just do the normal thing, but then you do a small hit. It's easier for beginners, but I don't recommend it if you're like a comp player. Here's how you can, this is a lot more advanced, but you can do it backwards so it cuts them off. So you do that, okay, I'm gonna jump. No, it's even hard for me, you need a lot of momentum. See, it's definitely gonna take more practice. So it's like, yeah, I can barely do it. You know? So you don't only want to do stuff there, like, you can also hit a lot of them, like, you can hit, like, camp slap, for example. Let me showcase that. I don't know if I'll be able to hit this first try, but you honestly don't need Steam to be good either. Like, I'm on a Quest. The reason my mic is bad though is because I'm on a Quest Pro. But yeah. So you go like here's one. Oh, I messed up. Here, let me try the easier version. I can usually do this first try. You know, like that. Also, here's Onyx. Don't also know if I'll hit this first try. Oh, I get the sticky hands, hang on. Oh, I got so close, hang on. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll make another tutorial soon. Let me know what it should be in the comments if you want to. I'll just choose if you don't comment, but yeah. See you in the next one. Subscribe.